I need to open. I'll check it from Roblox. Go outside. Drive. God damn it. Right. Made. There you go. There you go. Okay. Oh. Just swing and a miss. No, nigga. Niggas done shit. I'm broken. Look at that. That bitch. There you go. Let me get some more. What the fuck? poison. Toxic. Rank call. Real spirit that chase down the road. This is some hard as hell. Fucking message, man. It's like a warfare area. Well, go down there and get my ass handed to me. Hey, yeah. I'm going crazy. Ready with the wall. Look now, motherfucker. Ooh. Ooh. You know what I'm saying? Who the fuck you rats, man? Fuck you rats, man. 6 months. Oh, fuck. Yeah. Golden Sea. Every nigga, what the fuck? I'm still trying to this shit. Shit.
L'aéroport.
L'aéroport. L'avion.
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 Un aéroport français.
Aéroport français. L'hôtel.
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 L'avion.
L'avion.
L'aéroport.
L'aéroport.
Le restaurant.
L'hôtel.
L'orange.
L'orange.
Le. L'homme mange l'orange. Le.
Léon mange l'orange. Léon mange l'orange. Léon mange l'orange. Léon. Léon. Léon mange de hanche. Léon mange de hanche. Léonce. Léonce.
Homme. Orange.
On mange le hanche. Le hanche.
Tu vas à la gare. Tu vas
Va.
à
Va.
la
Va.
gare.
Tu va. Va.
Va à va
Va. Va. La. Gare.
Où. Où.
Tu vas à New York.
Tu vas à New York. Tu vas à New York. New York.
Aéro. Héros. Aro. Avero. Aéro.
Ayo. Ayo. Si un hotel.
Espagnol. Est. Un. Hôtel.
Et on.
Est.
Si un hotel, c'est nous.
Un hôtel français.
Un hotel français.
Fille.
Et.
Avion.
Là. Je. Est. Aéroport.
Si l'aéroport.
Tu. Vas
Tu vas
à
Paris.
Paris.
Tu vas à Paris. Somebody could sneeze on that nigga. Yeah. Young mother, go. Go. be having good. I be having good. I know where I'm at. Damn it. Let me put that. Heavy.
You're tarnished, aren't you? I would advise against taking the main gate into the...
Anytime I die, it's going to take a cut. You dead, bitch ass. close. Bum, bum. Make me understand how it means to be and once again. Oh shit. Makes me cry so long. And it feels and pain it got to drown in bye bye. Oh, what? I hate these fucking birds. I got two golden shoes. You know what that means.
Be proud. You were a fine warrior. Your only mistake was your choice of master. Let the winds lift you to a higher place. Well, who do we have here? Tarnished, are you? Clearly not one of Godric's lot. I am the Felly Lou. Tarnished and warrior, like you. I'm here by decree of my father. How utterly repellent this is. This grafting of Godric's ill befits a lord. He's tainted the very winds. If you intend to challenge Godric, I ask you call upon me. The winds run foul with his deeds. I'm certain father would permit me aid the fight. Apologies, but I've idled long enough. As fellow tarnished, we must each follow our own guidance, down whatever road takes us to the throne of Elden Apologies. A fellow down, whatever. Apologies. As fellow down, whatever.
Damn. Let's clear up both this. You fat bastard. Bye, my good sir. Hey.
How long do you think it'll take to beat it still? I'm not sure. Oh, that's a lot of spicy fucking damage. Hey, good fight. Hey, nice work, Queen Gillica. Yucky, that doesn't even feel good. I just kind of fucked her up in her own home. Dude, to be fair, I don't think she was supposed to be a strong dungeon boss or anything. That was probably supposed to be a steamroll with anything. Whoa, shit. Double tree sentinel, that's kind of big. Need something to easy punish. That's it. Need something to easy punish. That's it. Whoa! I didn't know he could use that during the attack. Those reflexes come nuts. Didn't expect the third. Really trying to get the flame off here. Oh. I can't tell which did more damage. Flame probably won't work because it takes too long. Oh shit, go, okay. Speedrun is online. Alright, Oleg will take him and I'll take this guy. Oh god, they're both here! Oleg, what are you doing? Is he dead? Oh, fuck, he can't come in here, so he despawned. Alright. Suboptimal? Don't do it. Oh.
Nothing. Camille back?
God, I got so lucky. He was just about to bring that shield up, but I stun locked him. Don't do it. Fuck. I may have got a little too crazy. Needs to give some Xanic. Man, that guy's getting his shield up in all the right times. Going for it. Okay, looking good. His weapon seems OP. It is, it's pretty nuts. It doesn't have sustained damage though, so it's only whenever I have cerulean tear flasks and FP. Other than that, it's kind of not great. Yeah! I really thought that was gonna kill him. That's so sad. Oh my god, I didn't think he could get back up. Damn, this guy's got so many attacks. Oh shit, I'm dead. Yeah, I didn't look at my FP. Oops. It's one of the gargoyles, but not the boss version. Oh, gotcha. I'm going in now! There, finally. That guy had so much health. FYI, double jumping increases fall damage because the game sees it as extra time in the air equals more damage. Actually fucking genius observation, not gonna lie. I thought there was something fishy about the double jump deaths from some of the heights I've died at. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, they probably calculate damage of falls based on how long you fall. So double jumping keeps you in the air longer. Oh, they're just having fun. Oh my god. They just fucking busted a move. Is there some mystical goat? Oh no! Kind of a long combo there that he just went off on. Jesus! Extraordinary timing. Should have rolled it. my god, he just went full Luffy on me. Shit. His timing is remarkable. Oh. Okay. I wasted 3 fucking chugs on that. Now I'm done. Maybe not. I'm nuts. Shit, now I'm done. Never mind, I'm nuts. Quite literally 1 HP. Less than 1 HP, perhaps? Maybe the game calculates that I'm dead and I'm invincible? Clutch. First try, let's go. Nice. Free. Held on F.
I love adaptive weights on tonal. It's way better than dumbbells because you don't have to change your weights and you can do everything on one.
Other than that, okay, looking good. His weapon seems OP. It is. It's pretty nuts. It doesn't have sustained damage though, so it's only whenever I have cerulean tear flasks and FP. Other than that, it's kind of not great. Yeah! I really thought that was gonna kill. That's so sad. Oh my god, I didn't think he could get back up. Damn, this guy's got so many attacks.
Yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. 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 Yes, sir. Yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm always shopping the Real. They drop over 10,000 new arrivals every day.
Hey guys, this is my Warhammer Total War 3 review. I hope you enjoy it.
mighty dragon. Thou'rt a true-born heir. Lend me thy strength, O kindred. Deliver me unto greater heights. Well. Lonely tarnished. Plain as a lord. I command thee, kneel! I am the lord of all that is golden. heart of dragons. Lend me thy strength.
flop was in its bag.
Help me!
This beef with NBA Youngboy and Gucci Mane does start an interesting conversation. If you got into the music industry and someone
oh my god, no, no.
Justifying you dissing them? Here's the thing, man. This is my take on it. Unless whatever business dealings you have with the person you're school with interferes with you guys' relationship, I don't really see the point in blowing up a good relationship for that particular reason. This ain't no different from Kanye being mad at Kid Cudi for being cool with Pete Davidson. These are obviously two completely different situations, but it's the same concept. I just think we've seen way too many of these kinds of situations where artists fall out with each other because one person gets upset at the other for being cool with someone they have issues with. Youngboy is in a situation where he's essentially turning the entire industry against him. I don't know how smart that is because at the end, he's not going to have any friends in the industry. Honestly, though, I don't really think Youngboy cares all that much. He's obviously sticking to his guns and is clearly willing to dead any friendship if he thinks they're on the other side. Long term, I don't think it's going to turn out too well, but hey, I guess we'll see. But yeah, Gucci Mane, this is NBA Youngboy. Like we covered, Gucci Mane has officially responded.
What's poppin', y'all? Drake finally made one of the most important announcements that I've been awaiting. I didn't think it would come out, but I could finally speak on it since it's actually official. He said over on his Instagram, it was inevitable. Money sign. Drake and At Stake have come together. I'm going to be announcing a date for an upcoming live event where I play to win some real money and give it all to you because what's better than sharing the love with my people? Stay tuned for details. If you guys are not familiar, Stake is arguably, I think it's the biggest online casino. I think so. It's definitely up there as a top 3. It's where people gamble. It's mostly through cryptocurrency. So they gamble on there, they've got slots, roulette, everything. And I knew that this was either a sponsorship, a partnership, or potentially Drake got part ownership in order to promote this company. From that first roulette video, if you guys remember, towards the end of January, Drake had done a roulette video, and they're like, oh, Drake just won X amount of money in roulette. And I looked at it, and I was like, it's kind of sus that he just posted that, right? And then on February 2nd, and I felt like it was already a sponsor, but I didn't want to say anything. And then February 2nd, I'll post this tweet up. It says, first the roulette video, and now this. Drake has to be sponsored by this online casino. And it was a photo of him courtside at the Toronto Raptors game with his laptop open, with Stake gambling on there, and saying, had an extra seat for my laptop as well. I mean, it doesn't get any more obvious than this. Come on, he's bringing a laptop to the Toronto Raptors. He's got it open, and he's gambling just casually on there. Let's be real. The thing is, I've seen this company Stake sponsor countless, usually Twitch streamers, and I personally have this dangerous view of gambling. I think it's really dangerous for kids. I think it's really dangerous for even young adults, and this is just widening the gap. And one thing that made me laugh was Drake, there was this net worth, actually not net worth, how much money hip-hop acts made in 2021. I might do a little video just talking about that. It's usually the Forbes Hip-Hop Cash Kings list, but the writer for it, he didn't write it for Forbes, he just put it out on his own Substack. And Drake was reported at number 4 of making $50 million in 2021. And Drake couldn't help himself. There was this other Instagram page that posted it, and Drake replied with a laughing emoji, with the tears coming down. And this is pretty much saying, this was such an insult to Drake that he would only make 50 million or be number 4, that he had to laugh. He couldn't say like, this is fake, he couldn't even let it go. So that's how you know he made a ton more money. And when it comes to these lists, it's not entirely accurate.
COVID, flu, or unexpected injury? There's a Peachtree Immediate Care just around the corner. With 40-plus locations in the Atlanta area. Open 8 to 8, 7 days a week. Peachtree Immediate Care. Get in, get out, get better.
Do you have a bunch of stuff just laying around the house? I'm going to show you how easy it is to buy and sell with Mercari. Just snag the item you want to sell, open up the Mercari app, list an item, open up the camera and take some good, well-lit pictures of your item, come up with a good, informative description of your item, and just like that, our listing is live. Also, don't forget that there's a ton of items that you can look through as well. Now you can stack some more upgrades. Download Mercari from the App Store today.
I'm going to apologize to you right out of the gates. You're here now, you clicked on the video, and it's my bad. But since you're already here, let's just get through this together. Listen, this video showed up in my inbox. The purveyors of this brain-melting garbage we're about to witness is no stranger to the commentary community and YouTube at large. True, right?
This is the worst.
You've seen the videos about them by Danny Gonzalez and countless others. But this one just hits a little bit differently than most of their dog shit. Let's get you up to speed.
More than anything, Amelia hates criminals. She studied self-defense techniques all day long. Wow! If only I could fight that hard.
What's going on, guys? Jan, real quick. God, my hands are shaking. Holy fuck. Yes! Come on! Got him! Yes! Bitch! Oh!
So Trip.
What's poppin', y'all? He, one of the more popular artists that just came up, and the introduction to a lot of popular SoundCloud or just upcoming rappers being the festival Rolling Loud is usually a lot of their first performances. Well, he decided that he's not going to be performing at Rolling Loud because their lineup came up, and I might talk about it in a different video, but he wasn't on it, and a lot of people were asking, yo, why is he not on this? And one of the founders of Rolling Loud, Tariq Sharif, came on Twitter and said, we tried booking Yeet. We had him confirmed twice, but now we're told he wants to focus on hard ticket shows this year. Yeet, if you change your mind, happy to have you. Love your music. If not, all good. Peace. I thought this was really interesting because Rolling Loud is kind of a transitionary phase, or it's kind of like graduating from high school for a lot of these rappers. They get their performance in Rolling Loud, and it's a stamp. It's like, okay, we're finally getting our foot in the door, getting our feet wet, so to speak. He isn't really in that situation, or he's far accelerated beyond that, just looking at his album sales and his popularity. But nevertheless, to see him, quote-unquote, reject Rolling Loud, maybe the price when they booked him was lower than what he wants to get booked for now, and they're trying to renegotiate and say, hey, we want this much more money, because they have to plan these lineups months and months and months in advance, and getting all those people to agree and budgeting and all that. So if someone comes back, he's like, yo, I know you charged me, or I know we said we would perform for this much money, but hey, it's been 3 months and I've just grown in popularity by 10,000%, so I want some more money. They may not have been able to do that. Although I think from the tweet, it seems like Rolling Loud was trying to accommodate him, but he didn't want to do it. I don't really buy the excuse that they gave of him trying to focus on hard ticket shows. I get the thought process and I agree with it, but you can focus on hard ticket shows and do a Rolling Loud. Rolling Loud would only benefit. Now, for the hard ticket shows part, I think this is great because a lot of these SoundCloud artists, do we call them sound? A lot of these rappers in general, let's not even throw it into some bucket. A lot of these rappers in general, they only perform at festivals. You don't see them doing their own tours. You don't see footage of their tours. And then what do? The classic, we're going to see it again.
So Trippie Redd, I don't know why he
chose to let people know, and I guess this is us finding out how much money is in this rap. He decided to let people know. He said, just signed to Elliot. Just signed to Elliot for $30 million. Now it's time to start dropping. What's ALLTY 5? Is that that's what it is. That's his album series. I don't know what it means. Oh, love letter to you. Okay. All right. So let me be honest. Trippie Redd signed into, Elliot is the son of Lucian Grainge. So it's Elliot. Locked in. But signed to Elliot Grainge, which is 10K Projects, for $30 million. This is what I didn't post. I'm going to post it now. Look, y'all going to see it in real time of me posting. Wait, is Boom here? Oh, don't tell me Boom is in the building. We got to get Boom in the building. Is Boom in the building? Boom, if you're here, DM me, brother. We're probably going to get to Discord. We're gonna have some fun. Let me post this. So Trippie Redd says it's $30 million for 3 albums. I'm gonna post it right now, and then I'll refresh this page. Posting to academics. You guys gotta make sure you follow me. When they shadow ban me. I think we have like a month more on the shadow ban. I think it was 3 days. Alright. Okay, so I just posted this. So he said, I just signed for $30 million losses. Somebody says, no, you're probably locked in for 10 years. He said, no, 3 albums for 3 years. So 3 albums, 3 years, $30 million for 3 years. Is Boom in the building? Boom, if you gotta get on Discord. I'm in the academics chat in this room. Yeah, boom. I'll come on. Okay. So let's put some stuff in perspective. And I think we haven't seen people discuss videos a lot. So first of all, let's talk. 6ix9ine has signed a $13 million deal. The $13 million out. Okay? And when he signed that deal, a lot of people were shocked because they just didn't believe that a label would be successful. Now, this is kind of like, the boom was good. You talking deals, you talking labels, you talking all that. What's cracking, cuz? Wait. Oh, shit. Let me tell you. My God. I got to go right. In LA. Yo, this nigga need him. No time, man, cuz. No, I was actually.
What the fuck? That nigga's wrong as shit. That nigga's strong as hell. What that nigga got, bro?
Yo, Trippie Redd, $30 million, 3 albums.
The same label I'm on, mind you.
10K Project. Okay. I'm gonna hit Elliot like later today or right this time. Max was still behind it. But are we believing that Trippie Redd got $30 million?
Bro, if you say no, bro, you gonna sound like a hater. If you say that's cap.
No.
Die.
Bro, if Kanye West getting 3.5 million an album, bro, it's like, that's all.
No.
Listen, I don't know, man. I don't know. I do know 2K be giving that back out. I do know that. Yeah, they definitely good people, but like you know these, bro. You know how niggas be, bro. You probably like with no hate and shit, no just regular my opinion shit. They probably if they give me 30 million, this was some logic shit for like 8 albums.
Okay. All right. So this is what we're gonna do. And by the way, listen. This is why I love streaming. And by the way, chat. You know, as I'm trying to like do podcasts and more, but like so well. Man, I want to do something like streaming because like this is the only way where you can kind of like you can do it live. Fuck that other shit. You can do it live because we could have a conversation that has like zero type of like proof or whatever the case is. But I bet I want to do this, right? So let's look at 2021. Did Trippie release an album 2021?
Did he release that one album this year? Did he release the album last year?
Trippie Red. I'm not chat.
Pegasus? Was it Pegasus?
Hold on. Trippie Red. No, we don't do it. Trippie Red. Trippie Red. We're doing it right now. So Trippie Red. We're gonna go to the wiki. Okay. So chat. This is Trippie Red, and let's go to discography, right? Right? And
yeah, he did. He released the one with like the Cardi, the rating.
Okay. It's not good. Okay. This is that was a good version. It did like 60K. Oh, 9 and 80.
Oh yeah.
Cool. All right, cool. Now, chat. What I'm trying to say is let's extract. Okay, let's extract. Don't know what that means. We're gonna. This is what I'm gonna do. Right? I want to come in. Again, Elliot's my guy. I can get it. I know he'll give me a real answer and this and that. Listen, so I'm not trying to rain on you. But I'm trying to do this for anybody. Just like we got a real like close to the industry. Because a lot of y'all probably watch this shit and have a fear of the industry. Y'all really don't know. Like you know what I mean? Like like we did some pretty strong calculations where we came up with some good right? And then also, we got some people who kind of, try to make a correction to that to say, well, it would be the current rate you can use it. If you don't know, and I'm giving the rate that you paid for commentary, well, let's say a studio, let's say a podcast, of the certain length, isn't the same that it was paid for music. And there's lawsuits that like it's been a lot. You know what I mean? So what they pay for music is very specific and it's different than what it is.
They pay less. They pay less.
Oh, when back in the fight, UFC is say, hey, first of all, paid at regular and I don't know where that's really landed since, but these are things you gotta think about. Anyway, let me try to figure this out. So Trippin' Night did 81,000, but it was in August. And what did he drop in 2020?
Pegasus?
Yeah, okay, Pegasus. And Pegasus sold 60,000. Okay, so 60,000. And by the way, so he sold 60,000 in 2020 first week. He sold 80,000 in 2020. Chat. So what I'm gonna bring up on screen now.
Man, do you believe it was 30 million or not, man? Do you believe it was 30 million?
No, I want to put the stats up first, guys.
Man, you see how this nigga dies in the question, y'all? Oh, man.
answer it, but like, you know, like for me, but boom, it's kind of like you too, like yo, like nigga, you can have people who are quote unquote experts, and then you know what I mean, whatever, but like you have to show me, like niggas don't understand shit until you show me, right?
Okay. That's true. It's like, bro, I do know that Tiki dropped his ass. They can't deal with that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody call me ass. They really do believe it. So
yeah, but $30,000, my nigga.
Nigga, $30 million. Nigga, the fuck? That's logic, bro. That's logic, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, that's logic, bro. Like $10 million an album? What? Wait. Actually, I'm not gonna lie. You know why it sounds easy, bro? I mean, I wouldn't say 30 million. I would say like 50. Because if you drop an album every year, over time, it's gonna go low. If an album goes platinum, that is $10 million. That's like 10 times a million. 10 million. One album. You know what I'm saying? So they over time they make that shit up. They make that shit back and then some. And they keep the rest of the probably make it more than 35. I'm just saying. I'm not saying they did. I'm just saying it's like it's there. There's something. Bro, it's there somewhere though. It's there somewhere though. I'm not saying it's true. I'm just saying it's there somewhere. Yeah, like it's only 1 million copies. Like niggas album go all the time. And don't they?
Let's just for year-end album, right? Let's look at the albums that go to the most amount of sales. I don't know who the fuck is Morgan Wallen.
I think he's that's the one that's a country artist. He used to be trapping, bro.
Dirk just didn't like some shit.
Yeah.
Olivia Rodrigo, you don't know that. Okay. Let's see if we can find Trippie Redd. That's what I'm trying to do. See if we can find Trippie Redd artists. And put it like this. No artist, for the most part, and I like how you like, 1 million copies is $10 million. Cool. But the majority of rappers are getting less than 20% of what the gross is. And that's after they minus expenses. So to keep it real, if a label makes $10 million, right?
You probably had to spend like what?
The artist, first of all, the artist won't get what it is. But then they got to find his own business. It's not,
Yeah, when you think of me, put that.
Okay.
The dirt can even back. The voice can even back.
Alright. But I'm looking at it right now. Very color. Not all. Now, here's the thing.
I wasn't cat anymore.
Yo, I'm gonna agree with you. I think it's possible.
Nah, after you just told me that's impossible. 15 million, I get that. I'll give it. I'm not. 3 albums for 3 years. You already know, bro. That's like NBA.
Shit on that nigga.
Just all man.
It
never was. Only you know.
He's getting that much. 30 million is real if it's a threesome.
Ooh.
Got it. Gotta be. Oh, gotta be. Gotta be.
I don't want to hear it. I don't believe it. I feel like, bro.
Hold on. No. All right. So let's talk some money. I'll be honest. I don't saw record sales, Trippy's a $30 million investment in 3 hours. However, Trippy's a guy who keeps himself out of trouble. He does a lot of shows, does a lot of touring, does every festival. People
Good man.
want to see him. He has really good relationships in the industry. He's gonna put on a big tour.
Good man.
Maybe not as like the main act, but like he's gonna be an arena tour. Maybe it's the third act or whatever the case is. He's gonna be able to pull this whole 250 to 400K a show is BS. That's kind of. But I think he's pulling between 50 and 100 festivals. 50 and 150K.
Yeah, for festivals, I feel he definitely gets 150 for festivals. Because they throw money. They literally just throw money. Okay. Because they make so much money.
Okay. So now.
He had an ugly heart, an uglier countenance, and met the ugly... I can do whatever takes my fancy. Can I? Now I can do, can I?
Now I get the song on it first. A whole new world.
Hello? Is someone there? My name is Hayata, and I'm journeying in search of the distant light. If I might be so bold as to ask, would you donate any strawberry grapes in your possession to me? My eyesight has been weak since birth, you see. I can't tell which way I'm supposed to go next, but when I eat one of those grapes, I can feel a distant light in the back of my eyes. It will lead me to my truth. Many thanks to you. Now I can feel the distant light once more. You are most kind indeed. May the blessing of the fingers be upon you.
Well done indeed. You bested Godric the Grafted and claimed a great rune. My congratulations. Now, visit the Round Table Hold for an audience with the two fingers in the inner chamber.
Yes, you defeated the Godric.
Would you like me? Now, come closer.
Godric the Grafted is dead.
You are so very wrong. Then good day to you, my dear.
Those eyes tell a story of a challenger who's felled his mark. Find them well. Now lay out your arms.
You again. I thought you'd receive a summons to the Round Table. Nefeli, I'm glad to see you here. I found it in Godric's grafting grounds. You defeated him. You should have it. Make good use of it. I don't intend to make a habit of scavenging corpses.
Again after all. I apologize for any offense given by my bearer, but I'm quite unable to move, you see. So, what do you need? Ah, you defeated Godric and claimed yourself a great rune. Looks like we both got what we wanted out of Stormvale, didn't we? Well done, friend. Something to mark the occasion. Go on, take it. As you might have guessed, I still can't move. My fighting days are behind me. No need to be polite. I've no use for it anymore. The misshapen corpse under Stormvale. That is a sacred relic of the Black Knives plot, as that famed night of assassination is known. It happened during the golden age of the Erd Tree, long before the shattering of the Elden Ding. Someone stole a fragment of the Rune of Death from Malekith, the Black Blade, and on a bitter night, murdered Godwyn the Golden. That was the first recorded death of a demigod in all history, and it became the catalyst. Soon, the Elden Ring was smashed, and thus sprang forth the war known as the Shattered. I once wished to become a scholar, you see. I've spent many an hour scouring the archives for knowledge of that fateful plot. The world has grown crooked, and if you intend to put it to rights, you'd better understand what happened to make it this way. And that thing is to blame for the shape I'm in now. I urge the utmost caution. Don't disturb the corpse more than necessary. The battle art you've learned is of the Glintstone family. They were conceived at the Great Academy of Rea Lucaria, to the north of this castle. In the past, they obeyed laws which contravened the Golden Order, or so I'm told. Fascinating, isn't it? That the Golden Order was pliable enough to absorb practices that contradicted itself in the past. With the Order broken, twisted, and in need of repair, such adaptability is more important now than ever.
Envoys to the greater will. Look there. The fingers tremble to welcome you, Shadbearer. Let their wisdom wash over you. Great Elden Ring, root of the Golden Order, anchor of all lands, giver of grace, wellspring of all joy. Until it was shattered, the tragic corruption of the Order has taken its toll. Across the realm, life lies in ruin, fallen to pieces. Foul curses and misery spread, unabated, but the greater will has not abandoned the realm, nor the life that inhabits it. So it is that the times are guided by grace, called to act. Brave Tarnished, your great rune is a handsome shard of the Elden Ring. Seek another of its kind to become Elden Lord and restore the Golden Order. Let the words of the fingers guide you. Remembrance of gold has found its demigods and even the creator of the champions are hewn by the earth tree upon their end into remembrances. They are valuable indeed. These remembrances yet house the power of their former masters. And should you wish to wield that same power, well, I will lend you the strength of the fingers. Do not recoil from my offer. The fingers guide us all. And you, Tarnished, you are here to take, are you not? Great runes are the stuff of demigods, the children of the goddess, Queen Marika, she who is vessel of the Elden Ring. Tainted by the strength of their runes, her children warred, but none could become Elden Lord. And so grace was extended to your kind, the Tarnished. Listen, the fingers speak. The greater will has long renounced the demigods. Tarnished, show no mercy. Have their heads. Take all they have left. Indeed. But remember one thing. The demigods are each and all the direct offspring of Queen Marika. Godric the Grafted was but a distant relation, the runt of the litter. His divine blood sorely diluted.
Why do I need to do something? Damn.
Liven things up here again. I'm just getting
Hello and welcome back, Dromler Nation. I'm your host, Willie Mack, and today is Fight Night. The Showstar USA vs. UK boxing event just happened, and we got full updates for Microsoft announced that they'll no longer be selling their products in Russia. Nope.
Oh, of YouTube. Because you know, as soon as I get the scoop, I'm going to keep you in the loop for our very first story. Because as soon as I get the scoop, I'll keep you in the loop for our very first story coming from mega streamer Aiden Ross. He was interviewing the rapper Lil Uzi, where they asked Lil Uzi his thoughts on KSI. Well, no KSI, right? Yeah, KSI, of course. What you think about KSI? He on a different level than y'all. Well, of course. You know, he's literally like one of the first. Him and Logan Paul are like the first. It's not about being the first, though. But like they're like the OG, like. But you can't even say that though, because like he's just a different. He's just straight up like different content, just like everything. Like, congrats, JJ. That is a huge endorsement. But speaking about KSI, his former coach Vidal Riley has a boxing match coming up, and KSI and Vidal did a bet. Roll it. Take this guy apart.
Yeah, bro. Like, I won that KO, bro. I won that KO.
Then you're gonna put a bet on. You're gonna put your money where your mouth is.
If you don't knock him out, you owe me 10K. If you knock him out, you 10K. How's that? 10K. You're back.
Wait, what was the other side? I'm knocking him out. Then what do you say? You're gonna give me 10K?
I'll give you 10K, yeah.
Alright. You should know. Hey, you know me.
Show us, bro.
Alright.
Okay. And speaking about KSI, his partner in crime, Logan Paul is rumored to be in WrestleMania. That's right. There are rumors going all over the internet that Logan Paul is actually going to be in a tag team wrestling match in WrestleMania. Also in the news, let's talk about some funny clips coming from the Twitch platform. First up, XQC, mega Twitch streamer. He was playing some GTA role-playing where he was pretending to be a cop, pulling someone over.
You all know how much I love horrible, bad movies, and I am just giddy with excitement right now to talk about a movie I just saw that I now consider to be the goofiest film ever made. I just got back from the theater from seeing Moonfall, which is Roland Emmerich's new disaster porn. He's the man behind, 2012, Day After Tomorrow, some classics. And with this bad boy, he has created the stinker masterpiece, a smelly magnum opus. This movie, I can't even believe actually exists. I saw it in IMAX because I don't like to just watch a bad movie. I want to feel a bad movie, and goddamn did I feel it deep in my ass. This was an absolutely wild ride from start to finish. If somebody asked me what the best movie ever made was, I'd say Moonfall. If someone asked me what the worst movie ever made was, I'd say Moonfall. I don't know whether to give Moonfall a 100% on the moist meter or a 0. This fucking thing was so beautiful. Awful in all of the perfect ways. I just can't describe it. It is the actual perfect storm of dog shit put into film. The movie was 2 hours long, and I swear to God, it felt like 20 minutes. I was upset when this movie ended. I just wanted it to keep going and going. This movie could have ran 8 hours, and I wouldn't have complained if it kept up this intensity. It was an amazing experience. So, spoiler alert, I want to go into it. I really want to fucking peel apart these stinky cheeks and tell you all about this movie start to finish. And let me just go ahead and say, this movie had the audacity to try and hint at a universe, like a Moonfall extended universe, kind of like the Marvel or Star Wars universe they created. Moonfall did that towards the end, and I need a sequel. The human race deserves a sequel to Moonfall. So let's get into it. So the movie starts with our main character, Brian, played by Patrick Wilson, in space with our other extremely important character, I forgot her name already, but played by Halle Berry. That's another thing about this movie. I saw it with Andrew, and the second we left the theater, we couldn't remember a single one of the characters' names apart from Brian and the cat's name, which was Fuzz Aldrin. So that's another thing. All the characters are super forgettable. I'm getting ahead of myself. So Halle Berry and Patrick Wilson's character, they're in space working on the space shuttle, and there's another character there with them that's helping. And then all of a sudden, a massive cloud of space dust blasts the ship and tears it to pieces, knocks out Halle Berry, and it sends Brian, like, scrambling to get inside. And then the other guy, who I don't even know if they even gave a name to, his line gets cut and he just gets sent, like, quadruple backflipping through space for all eternity and dies. And then when they arrive back at Earth, they blame Brian for the whole event, despite there being camera footage of this space dust being the culprit, destroying the ship. They're blaming Brian. They're like, you are a disgrace. Your negligence caused the death of an astronaut and the destruction of so much money worth of NASA parts. You're going off book now. Get out of NASA. So then he gets fired. His wife leaves him. His kid hates him. He's now like this drunkard who is really just scraping by and struggling. For some reason, the whole trial was public and he's insisting he was innocent. It was this very strange technological space dust that just fucking flew through like a fart. And he traced it back to a quarter, like a quarter of the moon called like Mars Capri Sun or something. I already forgot the name of it. But no one believed him. Everyone mocked him. He got fired. His life ruined as a result. And then we're introduced to a very important character called KC. KC is a conspiracy theorist who really cracks the code that the moon is falling out of orbit. And KC believes it's because the moon is actually a megastructure put there by aliens. So he has his own little group of conspiracy theorists that also believe in the megastructures. And he tries very hard to bring this information to NASA to let them know that the moon is out of orbit. Shit's going to get rough. So just like in Majora's Mask, the moon is coming closer to Earth. And the closer it gets to Earth, the worse it is for humans because the gravitational pull from Earth will rip apart the moon, sending all of these giant chunks into the planet, destroying pretty much everything. A doomsday event, an apocalypse. And no one's believing KC, even though he has all of the research and evidence to back it up. So eventually he turns to Twitter. And he makes an anonymous post with all of the evidence, and miraculously overnight, the entire world believes him. He becomes the #1 trend in every single news outlet everywhere is talking about it. NASA comes forward to corroborate it. They're like, now everyone knows, yep, Moon's about to fuck our shit up. So then they all try and come up with plans. And I swear to God, every character in this movie makes the stupidest decisions at every possible moment. It blew me away. It's like every character, even the ones that are supposed to be smart, like the scientists, are like lobotomized zombies. They get nothing right. None of it makes sense at all. But even suspending disbelief, you can't help but just sit there and scratch your head like there's no way they just said or did that. Like, I'm trying to sum it up to give you the clip notes before I like start really dissecting it. So once it's been confirmed that the moon's coming to the Earth, Brian, the disgraced astronaut, teams up with Casey. They hang out for a bit, and then Halle Berry, who's still employed by NASA, just out of nowhere sends a helicopter to pick both of them up to help them defeat the moon, because now the moon's like a raid boss. So then they come up with a plan to like take an EMP device to the moon. Everyone believes them now. Also, NASA confirmed all of this and then like really figured they needed Brian's help because they sent like a crew of 3 astronauts up to check out that crater. And then the giant space dust came up in the shape of like a goddamn ringworm, and it kills all 3 of them. So then they conclude like, yep, there's something weird and wacky going on with the moon. It's got some kind of artificial intelligence living inside of it. So then that's when Brian and Casey come. Oh my God. I really want to get deeper into it, but I want to give everyone like the full overview of the movie so you can see it. This whole movie is like taking the insanity of a Neil Breen movie, but giving it $100 million to realize the craziness. A better example for all the weebs. If you've seen Gurren Lagann, where they start in like underground, and then by the end of the show, they're in space mechs throwing galaxies at each other. It's that, but for pseudoscience and conspiracies. It's fucking mind-blowing. So Brian, Casey, Halle Berry, they're at NASA. Everyone knows Doomsday's coming, so they're all for some reason taking refuge in Colorado. The word Colorado must have been mentioned a million fucking times throughout this movie. This had to be just some kind of propaganda to increase tourism there or something. And also you see Kaspersky on billboards, and apparently all of NASA is powered by Kaspersky antivirus, because every time they fire on a computer it just says Kaspersky. And that's all there is on the screen. It's just like they look at Kaspersky and things start helping. But keep getting too specific. Again, everyone's at NASA. They come up with a plan.
They get this old EMP device that they're going to take to the moon and blow up the space worm. And this also confirms that space dust that blew up the ship that Brian was on initially were nanobots from the AI. So they've got the plan, they've got the EMP, they've now got Brian to pilot it, but something goes wrong. The moon's getting closer, so an earthquake happens, and it cracks the coolant in one of the engines, and it plays out exactly like this. I'm not exaggerating. Halle Berry and Brian go up to check out what's going on. One guy says, the coolant's leaking, and I don't know how to fix it. No one here can really fix it. And she's like, are you sure? And he's like, yeah. She's like, all right, well, that's the end of the mission. I guess everyone needs to go home. So every single person at NASA, except for Halle Berry, Casey, and Brian, as well as 2 other data analysts and a couple of military guys, all leave and abandon the Earth and just like, yep, I guess we just have to accept this is the apocalypse and there's nothing we can do. Just because one of the coolants was leaking a little bit, and then the solution, I shit you not, was we'll just fly without it. Apparently the entire time they could just fly without it because the moon was close enough, and Casey knew that and then relayed the information a little late to Halle Berry, and she just didn't bother to call anyone back. She's like, all right, well, I already told them they can leave, they can go, we can do it ourselves. So then we get our heroes strapping into the spaceship, ready to take on the moon, and as the moon's getting closer, it's causing gravitational disturbances, so there's water that's getting sucked up, and it's like giant waves of water that are just standing there. And those 2 like data analysts that stayed behind that I briefly mentioned, they get evacuated. They get into a helicopter with the military people because the waves are getting closer as the moon's passing over. And I can't even believe this fucking happened. They take off with plenty of time to escape, but instead of going away from the waves, the goddamn pilot kamikazes into the waves, and it's supposed to be this emotional moment of, oh my god, there is no escape. But you can see when the helicopter takes off, it could have just gone right, but instead it inexplicably just goes left into the waves. And I'm missing so many impressive details. Brian's son, who hates him, went to jail. Brian got him out of jail, and for some reason the military put Brian's son here just to be in like the middle of the shitstorm. So Brian's son's there and then needs to take off in a car away from the facility as the waves are getting closer. But instead of taking off, he goes to a mountain and parks just to check out his dad's spaceship as the waves are getting closer. So the spaceship takes off, it's beating the waves, but his son and then Halle Berry's son is also with him, and then their babysitter are all just in this car, outside of this car watching. And then eventually the kid's like, all right, now it's time to probably go. As the waves are literally bashing the bumper of the car, it's like, okay, we've had our fun. So then they engage on this high-speed chase against the moon, and then they eventually get hunted by people that are like scavenging for parts.
TurboTax Live matches you with a tax expert who is right for you.
So you're a perfect match for...
Oh my god, it's so much. So everything on Earth's going to shit. Gravity's all fucked up. Halle Berry, Brian, and Casey are now heading towards the moon. And it turns out the AI that inhabits the moon is attracted to electronics, but only if there's organic life inside of it. So the EMP they brought is useless because the AI won't fight it. So they're using it like bait, trying to fish with it. But for some reason it needs to be inside of it. They don't explain why. The AI was circling it and like playing patty cake with the EMP, and they didn't blow it up for no reason. They just concluded that it needs to be inside. So they get the EMP back and go deeper in the moon. And it turns out the moon is actually a Dyson sphere built by aliens, confirming Casey's theory, that also happens to grow potatoes inside of it for some reason. And it's a Dyson sphere encapsulating a white dwarf that it's using for its power source. And the AI is sapping the power from the white dwarf. And then the AI gets alerted to the crew that's in the spaceship that's flying around. And then a door opens in the Dyson sphere as the AI is tracking them, and it shuts, closing out the AI and then saving the crew. And then it turns out that the Dyson sphere wasn't built by just any aliens, it was built by ancient humans, and they communicate to Brian through celestial beams and flashbacks of his son talking to him, kind of like in Mass Effect 3 where the Reapers take on the body of a child. They did that for Brian in order to talk to him. It was a sentient AI being, like it was an AI construct for the Dyson sphere. It was built by humans that billions of years ago were spacefaring, hyper-advanced technological superstars, and eventually they created an AI that turned on them via kind of like Skynet, and it made all of them go extinct. But before their final extinction, they built giant moons that they would toss out to corners of the universe to try and remake humanity elsewhere. And this just happened to be the last surviving one, the only one the AI couldn't find until this movie. So that's the explanation there. Eventually they upgrade the EMP, the AI construct on the moon, like turbocharges the EMP, then gets some defense systems going that just start shooting bullets at the AI, and then they're escaping the moon. Casey blasts open the hatch with himself inside because he says, an organic being needs to be with the technology in order for the AI to bite me. And he's like, oh my god, Casey's gonna die. Brian and Halle Berry are upset. Casey's like, no, it's fine. So the AI starts eating him, and he's like, you underestimated us. Blows up the EMP. And then, Casey's dead. AI's gone now, so the moon is back. So then the moon leaves Earth. Now it's just this giant Dyson sphere that is now outside of Earth, and everyone's happy. Earth's super fucked. Everything flooded. Everything got absolutely destroyed, but there's still some people left, and now the moon's our friend again. And, yeah, that's not where it ends. So Casey didn't actually fully die. The AI construct on the moon installation actually copied his consciousness into their database, and now Casey has become the moon itself. And the last line is, we have work to do, which hints at expanding the universe and bringing all of the other AI that is still out there into the fold. And my God, I can't wait to see a sequel. I pray there is one, because this was amazing. I am not even doing this justice with my brief explanation. I need to get into the nitty-gritty of it to tell you just how fucking off the wall this shit was. So the billion-year-old humans, they basically just created Halo. They just stole Halo's plot for a little bit. The installations they made back then were Halo rings. They all lived on Halo rings. And the AI they made, for some reason, turned on them like Cortana. Almost in the same fashion. They deemed that humans weren't worth saving and that they were inferior to them, and just started wiping them out inexplicably. And, like, this movie is fucking incredible. Like, the visuals were kind of cool. Like, you always like to see those big budget disaster visuals. And when they have the moon peeking over the Earth, it looked cool. And they had awesome lines such as, watch out, the moon is rising. And then all of a sudden, like, boats would be flying overhead, fucking manatees falling onto the ground. Oh my God, it was so good. And there was like an advertisement for Alexis, because when there was these people, the scavengers that were hunting down the son, eventually the son meets up with Brian's wife and her new husband that cucked him or whatever. And they're on this high-speed chase, and they can't get away, right? These scavengers, they're so fast, and they want their oxygen tanks. And they're in a Lexus, and they keep zooming in on the Lexus and like throwing it, drifting around. And the dad goes, hold on, I'm putting this into warp speed. They zoom in on the Lexus logo, and then him turning from economy mode to sport mode, and then it fucking turbocharges and goes wild. Then they're able to outrun him. This movie, man, is actual fucking genius. Like, I can't talk enough about it. Every single moment of this movie, when you think they've run out of stupid juice, finds another way to make it even dumber. And I couldn't appreciate it more. I loved it. I fucking loved it. I don't even know how you make a movie this dumb. On accident, too. Like, this isn't a self-aware movie. There is no self-awareness in this movie at all. There's a couple of jokes, but they're not like self-aware jokes. They're just like general, decently written jokes. But nothing is self-aware. It really takes itself super seriously, and I love that about it. The best kind of bad movie is one where the director really wanted to do something special but just didn't have the talent or the vision to realize it. And this is one of those cases. It is, in every possible department, the best way to make a bad movie. It is the worst and goofiest movie in all of the right ways. I just don't think you could make a movie this stupid on purpose. This movie was just an amazing experience. This was something truly special. If you like bad, shitty movies, this is the movie to go see. This is going to be 2022's best stupid movie, I think. It would be tough to beat this one.
So yeah, I just wanted to talk about this because I've had a smile on my face ever since leaving the theater. There's still so much more I could talk about with this movie. I barely even scratched the surface of lunacy with Moonfall. But it just, without you having seen the movie, it's not going to make as much sense. Sense is a word that is blasphemous to even use in the same sentence as Moonfall. That word never once crossed the mind of anyone who touched the script for this. The whole movie just felt like it was kids going and then trying to one-up each other. Nothing connects logically. Obviously, nothing here is mathematically, scientifically accurate, or even common sense accurate. Like, everything is wrong in the perfect ways. Like, for example, they're able to find everyone in the world just because. So, like, when they find Brian and Casey, they're in, like, this fucking random hotel somewhere, and somehow they just get found because. Or, like, the family is trekking through snow at the very end, and somehow they just make it to where they need to be without dying along the way and then get found. Like, everything, it just happens because fuck it. And I love that about it. It's so shameless in its horribleness. It was amazing. It's just an incredible experience that I wanted to talk about a little bit. That's about it. So yeah.
Hey guys, here I am with a new game called Visage. It's a horror game, and it's pretty good. It's a pretty fun game, I can say so. As you can probably see, this game is very heavily inspired by the PlayStation 1 hit Blasto. And I'm seeing this cat clock, and I'm thinking, hey, maybe we're gonna have to turn this game off when we do it. I think my first order of business is going to be to turn on every light switch in this godforsaken house before I get murdered by a ghost. Shh. You hear that? What is that? Oh, wait.
Y'all folks in the
Vacant house with a bunch of creepy hallways.
The weather is going to be absolutely celestial.
There's
the
this
temperature
guy on
won't
the
drop
radio.
below 77 degrees, and it's going to be one hell.
This is just ripping off of Iggy's wrecking balls. Have an idea? It's just walk right out the front door. It's jammed. All right. You just smash the glass with an object, and then we can leave. Ooh, check this out. It's like Shenmue. Yeah. Woo. It's getting good. All right, let's turn this off. Now, what do we... Can't go in there. We need the basement key. Let's go upstairs. I think I've checked every room now. Turn this on. Maybe I didn't try this door yet. Interesting. That's kind of creepy. Radio? Off. No. Off. Let's go upstairs now. I'm watching you. Don't you? Yeah, that's right. Alright. Looks like we got some pills here. Got what appears to be a red blow dryer. Oh, you know what? There's gonna be a key hidden in one of these toilet paper rolls. That's what the fuck? Don't do that, Gabe. Alright. So that's definitely gonna be... What was that noise? It's the ghost. Close the door. Close the door. Ghost can't get me. Ghost can't get me if I close the door. So like I was saying, it's definitely gonna be like, we have to find a key in some kind of like hidden compartment. So, and turn the light back on. Turn the light back on. Too scary. Ghost. Don't kill me. I can't see shit. This is horrible. I am gonna get killed by a ghoul. I can't see shit. I don't know what I'm doing. Hold E? What am I doing? I don't even know what the option. Fuck. It's gonna be a ghost. I see a faint light. I see it. Hold E to grab. There we go. Oh, the light. There. Problem solved. Now. I'm gonna get a lot of flack for this in the comments, but I always say that it's always worth it to me to spend that extra 20 cents and buy the light bulbs that actually illuminate your house. Check me out. I got a lighter now. This game is too... Oh boy. Okay. Okay, this... Yeah, I'm not doing that. Definitely one of these toys is going to come to life and kill me. Is it going to be the pony or the creepy baby? No. It's going to be this guy. It's good. You can tell that it's going to be this one. Should I go in the closet? Oh, I see a little drawing in there. Oh, who is that, Bagul? Not Bagul. Hello? Anybody in there? Shit. Lighter went out. This is not good. This is a good show. Oh, what is it? Plant over its head? And then there's a lamp over there on the right. Of course, I've seen this episode 100 times. What else is on? Okay, take these posted. Let's go, wait a minute, we're back in business. Man, look at this. There's a new show on. This is like, oh yeah, see, this is like footage from inside the house. You can just barely make out. There's like a woman standing in a room with a flickering light. It's a very unsettling image. I think this was from season 3, I believe. I'm going in the attic now. Don't kill. Whoa, this is our reaction. Oh, now that's some scary shit. I'm gonna go in the basement. Can I? Here, I have like a candle in my inventory. How do I do this? Get the thing out. There. Put the candle. Light the candle. Thing. No, don't pick that up. Put that on. Yes. Damn it. Going down. Here we go. There's no lights at all though. Oh, there. Hey, okay. Fuck was that? Let's go back upstairs. We're just gonna go back upstairs. Okay, we're back upstairs. Next. Okay. Let's go back in the basement. We're here in the birdcage room. Every house should have one of these, in my opinion. It's just good taste to have 100 of these everywhere. What am I even doing at this point? What the fuck? What am I even doing at this point? What the fuck? I don't want to be. I can't even get out of here. It's like a maze. It's like a. What is that breathing? God. Oh boy. Oh boy, it's coming towards me. Okay, let's get out of here. Let's leave. Is she coming? Is she still coming? Is she coming? No, wait, she's going back. Wait, she's coming. Is she though? I can't. Hello? Hello? She's getting stuck. Hello? She's getting stuck. Like, her AI is like getting bugged, but she can't get past this part. She's stuck. You stupid ass ghost. You can't even get past that drawer. You fucking idiot. Wait. Oh God. Oh. Okay, let's go. I think we lost her. I think we won. Whoa. I recognize that door. That's from something else, from another game. Chameleon Twist. No? Chameleon Twist? No? Iggy's Wrecking Balls? Lego Indiana Jones, that's what it was.
A thyroid appointment could eat up your day. How long do I have to wait here? With Let's Get Checked, you won't have to. It's virtual care with home thyroid testing, so you can get your results and get the treatment you need. Let's get you.
But convoluted first domino of this plot. The reason they're even in Mexico, it's because they had a child together. We're cat.
Hey, Carly, look, we can talk about this. No, that's why we came here.
I've been waiting to figure out why they went to Mexico. It's because she had a miscarriage. They decided to go on vacation. I know everyone copes with things in different types of ways, but I am going to say that transition is comedic. Dead baby. And somehow in this scene, the bizarrety of that choice is overshadowed by Andrew's shitmouth personality. You will see Andrew slowly become the worst on-screen husband ever. There's a pedophilic drug lord in this movie who threatens to sell Carly's flesh. I'm not just saying this. Not that bad a dude compared to Andrew. Carly is still in a troubled state over their lost daughter, Bridget. Andrew's trying to fire up a convo about it after inviting her to dinner, and she's just pushing away, please not right now. Which I think we can all agree, perfectly valid reaction. His response:
I don't want to do this. Can you just not say her name, please?
She's my daughter too.
I'm sure she didn't consider that, Andrew. You make a good point. How you gonna follow that up, Romeo?
Okay. See, this is it. This is exactly why most couples get.
Get what?
See, on my first watch, I tried to cut him some slack here. I was like, you know what? Maybe Carly kind of sucks too. Then 30 seconds passed.
You always said you couldn't connect with your mother, and here you are doing the same thing to your son. He's here with us physically. He didn't die with Bridget.
Can we just hold off on this for
He didn't die with Bridget? Andrew!
Thanks for brought it up. Just feels wrong.
If this motherfucker does not kick that soccer ball once in this movie, I'm taking a shot.
Then we talk about it, all right? I'm here for you. Most husbands would have left, but here I am.
What does that mean?
Okay, Andrew's the most toxic. Andrew's the most toxic. You're not going to convince me otherwise.
It means I'm here. I'm staying. You need me, Carly.
Oh my God, he is so bad. He is such an unlikable character. Any other guy would have fucking hightailed it out. Found a functioning
woman. But here I am. Praise me. Bow to me. You need me. I need you too, in all fairness. But, you know, come on. Go play some soccer. This kid is vigilant as shit. He has this entire grassy knoll, and he comes and moves a specific spot of leaves. Hey, look what I spotted from 7 miles out. So we get our first Yorona interaction right now, and I could totally describe it to you, but it's funnier if I just show it to you and put some music over it. Enjoy.
Somebody down there. Somebody grabbed my arm.
It's just weeds. It's just weeds. They end up going to a restaurant later, even though their child, one that's alive, was waterboarded by an evil spirit. And Fabio here continues the charm.
Right there is everything I want and everything I ever will want.
Listen, Andrew, I don't claim to be an expert in this field, buddy. I don't. I'm just going to say you're doing everything wrong. I don't think that's giving the message you think it's giving. Someone is trying to properly mourn, and you keep saying, glass half full, glass half full, glass half full. You're alive. Your son's alive. I'm alive. Stop thinking about the dead one. Carly gets approached by that drug lord I was referring to, and yeah, he's weird as shit. Thankfully, Andrew comes back, but oh, what a surprise. Andrew reads a room like Floyd.
Is everything okay?
Luckily, Danny saves them before things get too hairy. And just in case some of you are still on the Andrew train and think he's redeemable, Andrew's in bed throbbing that very night after his son was just threatened to be trafficked. And holy shit, is this scene uncomfortable. Can't you see she's busy reading Traveler magazine? This is her latest edition. Carly miraculously gives him a little play, and it starts out to be as weird. And then Andrew swoops in with some dirty talk.
We don't have to take a second baby off the table.
Why the fuck would he say that?
We don't have to take a second baby off the table.
Oh, what's that I hear? Is that a tsunami approaching? That line is literally the equivalent of, maybe we should make one that lives this time. I'm sorry. I know I'm being a bit crass, but this character is so fucking stupid. We haven't even talked about La Llorona. This is genuinely the gold mine of this movie. Carly justifiably dries up, and Andrew says,
I'm trying to be understanding.
Well, part of that was you being understanding again.
It's been 8 months since...
I'm gonna stop you there. You suck. Let's move on from Andrew being the worst thing ever, because... Hey, La Llorona's in this movie. She's walking away with Danny. But wait, Carly's actually just seeing things. Danny's fine. But wait, Danny's not fine. He just vanished. This is the sequence of events. Danny! If he's in the house...
Is he there? Oh my god! Andrew, where is he? Where is he?
Why don't you go back to his bed? If he was outside with you, and then he's gone, if he's in the house, that's awesome. Tell the fucking housekeeper, hey, go inside, check inside. We're gonna... Oh, Larry. These idiots. He's actually gone. The cops show up, they pull the hole. Yeah, we actually can't report someone missing unless they've been gone for 4 weeks. Danny's there. Because why not? Andrew thinks the cartel got Danny. And in that very moment, the main hypervision spots a truck just passing by the house, and they immediately assume, I think that truck got Danny. So they trail it, and the truck has conveniently pulled over. And oh look, it's the cartel doing something. I don't even know what their game plan is here, but here we go. Andrew is fully convinced the cartel still has his son, which isn't even that crazy, but the stupid part comes into play where he thinks he could do something about that.
Have you seen my boy?
Andrew is the stupidest piece of shit in this movie. Very, very handsome boy.
Oh my god. Your guy just punched a cartel leader while everyone else is armed. You should be dead by even approaching them to begin with. They were just like looking at their inventory. Oh, we still got the money? Oh, hell yeah. Oh, yo, what are you guys doing here? If I see you again, I kill you. This movie looks like shit. What is this? Is this shot in regular daylight and it just has this disgusting, like, purplish black filter over the movie? Am I looking at my monitor weird? Should I tilt it towards me? This looks like ass.
I make some chocolate. Let's go inside.
Oh, I don't want to go inside. I want
You went inside already! What are you talking about? You went inside! You going front frustrate me, lady. I'm on your side, because Andrew sucks that much. Don't get mad at the housekeeper, because she's like, I'll make some chocolate. Well, you out of pocket. What do you mean? So after regrouping for the 8th time, Andrew just steals Danny's taxi and goes after the cartel solo. Bastards. What are you even gonna do, Andrew? When you grab them, finally, you gonna ram into the car and murder them? Where the fuck does that get you? You don't have, like, an arsenal like they would in other movies. You're just a dude. A shitty dude at that. Oh, shit, that scared the fuck out of me. I was so upset that I could, like they would in other movies. You're just a dude. A shitty dude at that. Oh shit, that scared the fuck out of me. I was so upset that I completely just ignored the possibility of a jump scare. Carly runs through this Jurassic backyard for a bit. Danny's just sat by a tree. Wait, you're Danny. Okay. They peacefully walk away. Well, oh no, Lolly Rona's on the prowl. This is what she looks like. This is what they run like. Literally nothing happens to them. But the maid does find that arm doll that Danny dropped, which then gives her this brain blast of like, it's La Llorona. Even though a child just went missing on that very premises that she knows is haunted by La Llorona.
Mom, what do I do with this? Hijo, I didn't know you bring boy.
Hey, did anyone want a flashback? So in the past, the maid lost her daughter. Her daughter found a doll. Then I don't feel so well. The maid starts to explain what's happening, but is interrupted by the presence of Lolly Roni. Carly hides out with Danny, and this scene makes no sense. Jeez Louise, is this movie not going to get any clearer? They've already infiltrated the premises.
Las calaveras salen de su...
I think you gotta dive across the bed and just give my man some bah! Lorona appears and Carly looks confused because she looks at her like, wait, what is that? Like she doesn't know what she's looking at? Even though in the scene we just watched, we're very much led to believe that she saw her clear as day. She knows what she looks like. She knows it's a ghost. Wait, you've seen her before too? You're the first one that saw her. What the fuck? You saw her out the window. Danny's taken again and is dragged through the wall in puddle form. The other Danny's here. Just good timing on his end, I guess. And she immediately explains to him what's happening, and his response is,
It's Danny, he's in the wall.
yeah. Which is like, what you say when you forget your wallet? And then he says this.
It tastes like water from the canal. It makes no sense.
That's the stuff you, Danny. The evil entity surfing drywall with a human child didn't set the tone. Wait a minute. That's River on 43rd. Summer's not ready. Danny breaks open the door, which saves Child Danny, and then Danny just starts pumping shells into Leroy and actually hurts her?
Hit her.
I hit her? Oh, that's fun.
Hit her.
They find a safe room and Carly wants to know what Lolly Road is. But before that, I heard that you guys wanted a little flashback. The maid tells the story we've all heard. This one's a bit different because as she tried to drown the baby, the father actually saves the baby and then... Is he gonna murder her? Stop. Baby, the father actually saves the baby and then... Is he gonna murder her? Stop. So, in this story, the woman does not drown her kids. She attempts to. Guy saves the kid, lightly tosses a rock that then hits like a boulder, knocks her out cold, one hit KO, drowns in the water. Carly's argumentative, Danny keeps acting weird, and I thought it was just a doofy script, which it kind of is.
Like you're running like little kids.
But Carly decides to call Andrew now to check up on him. Don't make me dislike Danny, don't do that. Oh, wait, hold on.
Let me explain.
Oh, wait, now we're getting spicy. Jesse, okay, you caught me on that one. You caught me slipping, movie. She immediately accuses Danny of being cartel, setting all of this up. And I'm scripting this as I review it again. I'm not sure what the fuck his motivation even is. This is also never cleared up. Why'd he steal his phone? If it's purposely handicapping Andrew so he no longer interferes for the immediate future with what's going on because he's been fucking it all up, why doesn't he just say that? All I'm left to believe is that this was just shoehorned in the movie so they have a reason to move on from this safe room.
Not cartel, senora. I'm not.
I don't trust you.
Oh, wait, hold on. I'm actually starting to get kind of scared. She's gonna shoot Danny. If she shoots Danny, I'm out. She doesn't shoot Danny, but she does force him to leave the room, which is the same result. Well, he made it an hour. He was actually in the movie pretty decently. We can only go downhill from here. There is no possible way this movie gets better unless he somehow survives. There's an epic chase scene, and La Llorona has Carly pinned, but here comes the maid to end this all. Oh my god. Danny is this. I hate Danny. No! No! Danny, you suck! You are literally the worst! Take him! Nobody cares anymore! Credits. 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 Give me credits. What is La Llorona's end goal here? She has captured Danny effortlessly. Like 6 different times already. On my first watch, I thought I understood what was happening, but I definitely was not. So I'm gonna listen to it all again and see if I can try and... Nope, not even gonna try. Listen to all this shit we get in the maid's dying breath.
Trade her hija for Danny. El bebé no se come. Gabriela. Gabriela lived with her papa Hernandez after Maria died. Great grandmother is her. Love her as her. The night is love Gabriela very much. He gave her a music box like she tries to grace God's mother.
Anyway, Carly's had enough. And now she's gearing up for a fucking Terminator-esque vengeance murder spree.
Coming, baby. Mommy's coming.
Shit. Oh my god, this looks so bad. Oh, so bad! Oh, they're putting fake stars in the sky. Chase.
What are you gonna do with us?
Did you know? There are places on the internet where you can buy all kinds of meat.
If this guy says the dark web, I'm gonna flip my shit. After a really intense showdown at night... Rabo? Hey. Let's go, Danny! Let's go, Danny! Let's go, Danny! Guess who's back? That's right, the legendary Danny. Everyone in this frame is 5'6". Also, random plot twist, he's this guy's dad. That's why he listens to him like a bitch. Also, this line's funny.
La Llorona.
What are they laughing about? What's a Llorona?
So there's an island that has dolls that have all the cells that La Llorona has taken. And that's cool and all, but we need another epic showdown real quick. Hold the line! Hold the line, boys! Oh no, not that guy. He was really important. No, not... What's that guy's name? Thank you. Carly and Andrew were on a boat going towards that island, outrunning La Llorona on water. And this entire time, they've been saying that something's off. Something has made La Llorona more powerful, because she never goes beyond the river. And it's apparently because now her daughter is near. Her dead daughter. And her daughter is at this island. But if the grave's always been there, La Llorona has always had access to the grave. She has always been by her daughter. And fucking no one questions that. These guys somehow deal or no deal the doll out of the hundreds. But real quick, this line's fun.
So maybe she's in one of the dolls? Maybe the dolls mark the graves? I don't know.
So this is the island of death.
Oh. By the way, I know I've already mentioned this a few times. This movie looks like shit. I'm editing squinting right now. I keep trying to turn my brightness up on my laptop. This looks like shit. Boo! Boo this movie! By the way, they don't just grab the doll. The doll actually marks the gravesite for this. So Andrew digs up a body while Carly scurries around for little Danny. She finds him, and when Lee Roney approaches, she doesn't immediately kill them. Andrew pulls out the blicky, but instead says, "Surprise, it's your dead daughter." Woo. And she takes the bait. Then there's the actual twist, where that was the dead wife that was like bad, murderous for swan. Listen, I don't give a shit to explain this properly to you. It's all thrown away in fucking 30 seconds. So why would I take the time? They run away, Yorona follows, they make it back, and wow, daylight looks so much better. Weird. Danny pleads for his mom's life, and there is no fucking way.
My mom!
That the Yorona is having a fucking I'm an empath moment right now. As an empath, I can tell you're sad that I'm going to murder your mother. So on second thought, and Andrew, with less than 10 minutes left in the movie, decides to speak again when he shouldn't.
No, take me instead.
Well, this movie would be so fucking dog without him.
I love you so much. Let's promise to never leave each other no matter what happens. We'll always stay together.
Fuck up. This family sucks.
Hey, this is our last chance for fun on this trip. You have your soccer ball handy?
I know who does. I know someone that may have a soccer ball handy at the ready. My man's been waiting for this the entire movie. Motherfucking Ronaldinho over here has been carrying that trusty bitch like he's been carrying that doll arm. They also throw in the fifth plot twist, which is like not actually a plot twist, because like that was like the really obvious one. Carly's a part of the bloodline, so like her grandma was a part of the thing. Do I have that scene of Chucky clip still?
I'm no orphan after all.
And yes, there's a last minute jump scare thingy. I'd be mad if there wasn't. That was the legend of La Llorona. So, quick afterthoughts of this movie. Bad movie, but better than a blockbuster, budget-filled Curse of La Llorona. The Curse of La Llorona did not deserve it. It did not deserve this success. I hate the message it sent. Taking advantage of a demographic and putting out this dog shit movie. Sure, we'll have representation in the movie. Minorities directed. We'll have minorities be a part of it. That'll all be fine and dandy, but it's just gonna be schlock. The Curse of La Llorona was not only bad, but it was just more egregious in nature compared to something like this. Like all those shitty B-horror movies, those are fun to poke fun at. Something like this, I'm not gonna say it's more like culturally relevant or culturally accurate or some shit. I don't even think it deserves that title, but it's just less insulting because it's just a small homegrown project.
That nigga climbing up the fucking ladder.
I'd rather support most films than I'd rather fucking support that one. This movie sucked, but I had fun. Shout out Danny Trejo. If you guys enjoyed this review, please leave a like. Here is your second reminder to please leave a like. Please subscribe because I have more content coming your way. The second channel has new content. The third channel will have new content coming soon. Shout out to my beautiful patrons for always supporting.
Is that nigga
boy.
dead?
As always, I am Mr. GG.
And this nigga dead? How's he dead?
Gamer subs, code Mr. GG, 10% off. Our plot centers around couple Carly and Andrew with their son. Hey, you guys remember that time I perused a handful of disturbing movies from the disturbing movie Iceberg and then felt gross afterwards? Yeah, I decided to revisit one of those titles. It was one of the more lighthearted of the bunch, at least compared to the other things I was watching, which I've done a pretty good job blocking out at this point. And I also know it's weird to describe this movie in this way with this synopsis. Don't read it. You're gonna spoil it. I'm serious. Stop! The movie's called Girl Hell 1999. How bad can it be? Sounds like a creepy post. I mean, throw in some underscores and it sounds like the random would always bottom work. You have my dick in your ass. Look, it's got a tutorial on landscaping. It's got what looks like a prom date. Young love. Yeah, there's a lot of nipples in it, too. This movie, primarily because my assessment when I skimmed through this while reviewing the disturbing movie Iceberg was correct. If I'm being honest, this just seems like fetish. This movie just randomly devolves into fetish porn, and as much as I like both of those words, I don't in this context. Anyway, I decided to check out the director/writer of the movie.
VM. He's a porno director in Japan. Well, I guess I'm the idiot. Am I technically reviewing porn right now? Nipples aside, this movie has Birdemic syndrome because it hangs on the most mundane shit possible and makes this watch a chore and a half. I watched this movie 3 times, and I could have spent all that time, I don't know, picking up a new skill. You're supposed to transit. I am very happy to say that this video is sponsored by Skillshare. You don't know the Skillshare, but you were one of my sponsored wet whales. Upstanding citizens on break. Smokey on the left wants to know if his buddy is going to join him later for their nightly, non-consensual shags. And Boots over here wants to talk about love. Romance. He's just been thinking about his past. And he tells his buddy, you got it.
You're on it.
You know who else? He's just been thinking about his past. Yeah. And he tells his buddy, you got it.
Garnet.
You know who else is probably tired of these Chernobyl tryouts are terrible people, and they vape a lot. They are vapist. And poor Boots over here, he's tired of vaping already. I've had enough. I want to take a girl on a date, get some apples. Not vape. There's a homeless woman who's straight out of the Amanda Show, and she lives under a bridge with a fake baby that she takes care of. Our main character likes to visit her and make sure she stays fed, so she'll swing by unannounced. But she at least rings the doorbell. Yeah, this is my stop. She brings her loaves of bread. And I'm not going to say the carbs will benefit her, but was the $2 pack of ham really going to bring the bank here, Misaki? Shit, $1 peanut butter? This seems cruel. There isn't a conversation had here, but the homeless woman does start breastfeeding. We finally get to our first on-screen shag, and you are missing absolutely nothing. It's an old sweaty man just pumping this very uninterested woman. In my opinion, the scene goes on too long. I could be obscene amounts of horny. It's too long. My guy's just melting in some punani for like 3 minutes straight, and then this scene just ends. I'm not even sure if he nutted, because he's groaning the entire time. It's like consistent nuts. I don't know if he finished by the end of it. It's a cliffhanger. I don't get any context or anything. We just get like 9 different close-ups of this chick's nipples. And if you're curious, because I know you are, this is what it sounds like. Yeah, that's just the guy. No, I'm not secretly playing hostile. This is enjoyable sex. I'm assuming you've never had it, because you don't recognize the sound. So after our main character, Masaki, returns from charitable acts, she discovers someone stole her bike seat. She is just having the worst day. Masaki makes it home and discovers her father's home. Her paralyzed and scarred sister, from a horrific traffic accident, is bound and restrained for her own father to have his way with her while she's surrounded by filth in the small room she stays in.
Fuck you, bitch!
She is having the worst day ever. Masaki cleans her up and starts taking care of her. Then her sister just starts roasting the shit out of her and tries spitting on her in her
you dead ass? Are you dead serious? Like you serious? Like you fucking serious?
And nothing really comes from that except me. Stop, baby, let's go. Boots finally gathers the nerve to try to meet up with Misaki, and he thinks he stood up, so Smokey convinces him to take vengeance. That's their immediate plan B. It's growing up like you, a smarter everybody she knows, baby. Like, hell yeah.
Fucking life just shit.
There's absolutely nothing going for her, and plays really no part in this whatsoever. They decapitate a fake child, and then they beat the titty milk on her. Smokey also pounds out her lifeless corpse. Don't knock it till you try it. A man in a suit then approaches Misaki to discuss a scholarship. He has the meat in his car, and can you tell he's up to no good? Before that, Boots and Smokey go to Misaki's house and kill her father, which is good news. Then they start torturing her paralyzed sister, which is good news. But then they start running the train on her. Which, alright, you Superman admits that he was the one that had stolen Misaki's bike seat, which she didn't notice. And after she escapes, she discovers the grisly aftermath of her. She runs out screaming for help, and Superman is there in time to catch her as she passes out. And after realizing she just lost her family, he restrains her in his limo and brings out his favorite catheter to shotgun her piss. After Misaki passes a few kidney stones to get Superman, she's let go when Smokey and Boots find her in the field. They try to shake her down and intimidate her, but she's just dead inside. She even asks them to demonic weapons. Boots gets frustrated because he can't get a hard on if she doesn't resist. So Smokey naturally starts to boost his criminal-driven being. So Boots stabs him, and Misaki disappoints him. I also haven't mentioned it, but there are these very deep where they zoom in on something with a grayscale picture and also expensive audio. And at first I thought the version I was watching was tampered with, but then they start doing it a lot. Misaki ends up running into the homeless lady and she's actually alive. Misaki is so far gone that she realizes the baby she's holding is another as the other abandons him. So Misaki starts to break down because of her own abandonment issues and finishes the job herself with the path that they made. Yes, she murders the homeless lady again. You always wanted a house, right? Where's a pool? If you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like. Here is your second reminder. Please leave a like. Please subscribe because I have more content coming your way. Shout out to my beautiful patrons for always white. Just uploaded some new fire on the second channel. Go check that out. This game is and as always, I am Mr. GG, and I am out. Strength doesn't belong to the chosen few. It resides in all of us. And when we find it, we discover our body is capable of amazing things. Things others could only imagine. Strength changes everything. So own it and see how far it takes you. Tono, be your strongest. Hey guys, so I'm going to be playing this thing. I'm reviewing a movie based off this game. The game is called Death Forest. I'm not pulling any punches that you guys hear. This is just the game. And it was creepy as fuck. And there was no intro whatsoever. And I hate the movement in this game. I don't like this at all. I hate the way I turn it. Oh, fuck this. Wait, why do I hear music? I don't want to turn around. I feel like there's something behind me. Is there something behind me? Oh, shit! How do I maneuver in this game? Hold on. Let this thing kill me real quick? Or not. I thought it was going to kill me. Okay, so I can juke it pretty well. There's got to be a different way to turn in this game. Okay, hold on. Let this thing take me down. Oh,
it, I was expecting a scream. This sucks. These controls are ass. What? I can't do it. Okay, so when I hear the music, that thing's chasing me down. Got it. Okay, so I feel like I need this. I hear the music coming from the right. Does it fuck off at any point, or does it just continue to chase me down? I feel like I need to kind of look around. Can I go the opposite way, or is this definitely the way I need to go? How can I not run this game? And also, how can you not let me get like a nice little quick turn? I have flashlight battery. Really? Is this the thing? This is. Wait, was that drip supposed to be like good drip? What are these white little things? Are these notes? That I need to be. I can't run through bushes. Stop. Okay, no, this is a dead end. So I definitely just need to give this guy the old. So I have flashlight battery. Turn that shit off. Can I not turn it off? Am I just dead? What happens if my battery dies? It seems pretty fine. The battery also dies incredibly quick. Wait, is the guy still coming towards me right now during the cutscene? Wait, what the fuck am I supposed to do? Do I jump off this shit? Nope. Can you open the door? I can't turn. Fuck this game. This motherfucker camps you? This game's trash! This thing just camping me out. What was the point of going in there? Was there something in there I was supposed to grab? Yeah, this game is sick. Okay, so do I open it? Holy shit. How are you? Wait, what? Let's go! Ooh, you wanna play chicken? I'll beat you. So I feel like I was supposed to get something there. I'm definitely throwing. I definitely missed something in that cage. There's no way they threw in that cage. In this type of game that I'm sure doesn't have the most open world adventures, I don't really understand what happened. I don't really understand what happened when the head just went away. Like, did the game realize it was trolling me? Or did it just randomly respawn? Because that's what it normally does. Like, is it chasing me now? No. Okay. So it will respawn in random areas. Okay, I hear a big head view here. Okay, I got a thing, and someone just opened the door, and I'm fucking off now. My battery's gonna die. Is there something really? Oh, okay, there's a person. There was a person. Okay, you're creepy. She's camping. I feel like she's gonna cut me off at the jump here. And I can't, like, quick turn to make sure she's not. There is definitely something in the cage, at least. You know, this is a dead end. I feel like I'm even more fun because I now introduced another game. Ready. Fucking shoot. I definitely missed something. There's no way this entire area is in because this seems like the entire game. So I don't really know how I'm going. Oh, big two energy, baby! Just disappear. I feel like this game's incredibly short and I'm making it incredible. Also, where's the other one? Let me go back to what about. There's gotta be. And there's just not. Let's see. So was there something there or not? I don't even get a chance to see. It doesn't get it. I see water or some shit. Is it really tricky down? I don't really understand. Am I gonna trigger the guy again if I go this way? Okay, he's there. Okay, skip this cutscene because the other thing's trying to like. I feel like I probably should go on there. Oh, I can't open it from this side now? Really? Okay, so I'm gonna go over here and this game again. I need to see if there's something. I'll stop being questioned. You know, funny enough, the lack of jump scare cues is very right in line with how the movie is. It's just kind of silence when something dies. Go ahead. Yes. You're gonna come over here. You're kind of like the regenerator from Resident Evil 4. Think about it. Come over here. Swoop around over here. And cut off. No, it's just kind of fucking right. So there's nothing over here. It looks like this is how I get away with the blight. Like I jump over here and